ready, and let's see. Let's just do what I would say is let's just have you go around and do some trot figure eights, maybe some serpentines, and we'll see what it looks like first.
Sounds good to me.
Doesn't mean you've got him warmed up. He looks good.
Yeah, that's Mandy over there with the break.
Oh, Mandy's so nice, and you're scaring her out of her arena. He's like, yeah. I agree with your resisting connection, and then when you resist, those are like the railroad ties, and so whatever pattern you put them on, you say, look, my hands are going to resist, and then I'm going to back up with my leg. And so whatever leg or legs you have to use to say, look, don't try to ooze out between left and right. Be straight, be through, be connected. So now what I would do is after you get in forward and straight, I would start to think about now putting into the idea that you shorten the stride and lengthen the stride, and then shorten the stride and lengthen the stride. So that he has to think now, when you ask him to come back, he can't become crooked. When you bring him back, did you feel that? Well, not that. He immediately kind of sprawls. So now you start to play with food. I want you to go forward, and I want you to come back. I want you to go forward, and I want you to come back. In your mind, Marla, you know, and I don't have to tell you, but you know that if you go forward and you bring him back, well, part of his body doesn't stay in the package. So you've already made the correction. So now you start to use things like, wow, if his haunches go out when I bring my stride shorter because he doesn't want to sit and load, maybe I bring haunches in. If his shoulders fall to the outside, maybe I bring them in.
More like shoulder four in the other direction, it's haunches in.
Okay.
It's always the same problem.
Okay, so now put them into the leg. Now the next piece of the puzzle. And say, look, I like the fact that you're forward, but your trot is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We know that a trot tempo in there. So again, shorten the reins a little bit. It's not going to like that, but shorten the reins. And when you leg, you'll say, yeah, I want to see, yes, correction. Very good. Change rein on the diagonal. Keep your reins short. I want you to tie the feeling of that resistance in the bridle right there, at the upper part of, the lower part of your shoulder blade. So think of an inward rotation of your scapular and say, look, come into that contact. Yep. And now bring him into a shorter stride. Shorter stride. And then shorten the reins. Because see, as soon as you shorten the stride, he couldn't really avoid being crooked, but then he went up in the pole and you go, yes, sir, thank you so much, I can shorten my reins some more. You take that as a thank you, Enzo. Now, I like that better, though. I like this better. Why do I like that better?
Because he's straighter.
He's straighter, but what happened in the trot?
Shorter strides, but it was a good rhythm.
Yes, he had more, he had roundness, he had convulsion, versus when he's just going, it's like, dude, you don't attract my attention when I walk into the warm-up. Now, if you could get his stride a little bit looser and over his back better, then he gets my attention. Right, and then now off the rail. So now, yeah, and then put him off the rail. Say, now if he leads with his haunches, then you remember the rule about, and take a break when you need it.
Okay.
Remember the rule about when their shoulders don't move over, then we overbend. If they throw their shoulders and don't move behind it, don't overbend.
Is that better?
Yes. Good, there we go. Now shoulder in down the rail. And then shorten the reins. You gotta really shorten your reins with him now, because that's
No kidding.
You're thrilled about that. I mean, that's like a compliment when I can tell a student to shorten the reins. Because if you keep pulling, he pulls more. If you have your reins short enough, Marla, that your elbows almost sink into your front pockets of your pants and your scapula are rotating, he's not going to feel that strong to you. He's going to feel like he's pulling you in his back, not out of his back. Right. So do it again and switch your whip. And now do it posting and say, I want a little more energy into this. If he doesn't want to go forward and shoulder in, lift your left rein for the flexion, lift your left rein for flexion. Yep. And now put him on the circle. It's left hind leg, you said?
I'm going to canter for a second.
Yeah, that's fine. Put him on the circle. Is it left hind leg?
Yes.
Okay, so now shorten the reins. Got it, shorten the sucker. Right over, bend it left, push his left hind leg under, push his left hind leg under, over bend, push his left hind get back. No, you're staying in canter, Enzo. Bend, supple left, supple left, supple left, soften. Supple left, supple left, supple left, soften. Supple left, supple left, soften. Supple left, supple left, soften. Yep, keep going. Left, left, soften. Left, left, soften. Left, left, soften. Left, left, soften. Good. So now you're getting the amplitude I'm looking for. Come on. This is why you can't go to long range yet until he lifts his back. Because if you go to long range, he'll go, thank God. There he is. And then left, left, soften. Good. And now go sideways to trot and keep it forward. Keep it really forward. Supple left, let go. Supple left, yeah, now let it go down a little. Now let it stay on the circle and go down. I want it stretching out a little bit. Yep. And keep that tempo right there. Not faster. I don't want him running. I love the fact that he's forward, but no, now see, that's a much better trot.
Oh, yeah.
Bend left, let go. Keep your right rein, bend left. And left, let go. Yeah, there. Good. Super stretch now. That would score really well. Good. So if you need a break, take one now, otherwise we go the other way. So we love the forward. What I don't want to train is his gaze to be quick and fast and not into this, because this is where he has to live. This is, you want to harness this stride for competition. That first trot, that won't teach you. That they'll say, really forward and active, not over the back. Here, they go, whoa, that's like a 7.5 to 8 ounce stretchy circle. That was so nice. So
He does go from a 4 to an 8.
that's a pretty compliment sometimes. So to me, I go, that is so awesome. That's a good boy. So when you are putting in that little package, you have to think, and Saber could do this together with a set of reins. Really, when you let the Saber really pull on you and pretend, don't use your scapulars. And feel how much you get pulled this way, and you pull, y'all pull. And all of a sudden, you inward rotation a scapular, and then our shoulder blades are flat, and then the horse pulls us down this way versus out of the back. Yes. And when they pull, when they pull us in, it's natural to do what when they put our leg on. And that's what I want people to understand is that when the horse starts to drag you out of the tack, and you ride like this thinking, oh, but I want soft hands, or I don't want to be strong in your mouth. That's usually what people tell me. And then I'll say, but this is actually more correct because you can soften your fingers or your elbows. And then if they pull, instead of us going, we get pulled into the tack, we close our leg, and the horse goes, and then let go.
Exactly. And there's plenty of room there. It doesn't feel like it when he's going like this.
If there wasn't, then it would be illegal to lunge in the side reins. Do you know what I'm saying? So even side reins, you don't have tons of elastic to pull, but they have elastic. Have you guys ever pulled in a donut side rein? Because it doesn't have a lot. It doesn't get it, no. There's barely any yet. And they make non-elastic side reins too. So, and again, side reins don't give it all, they slide. So you have to think of that as that's the logic of it behind those aids, not aids, but like side reins type of thing. And then all of a sudden we get on and we think, oh, we shouldn't put, but that's the only way a horse gets stronger is to help them with where they need to be, and that's putting those boundaries on them.
Yeah, that's right. And when we straight up play at the collar and thrust.
Yes.
And forward, we not straight ahead.
Oh, it's
You may go forward, but
right.
heavy and for I move him and I can't. Yeah.
So my question now is this way to Cannon. He's going to want to put his butt to the left, right? Is that right?
I think it's the one put to the inside.
Put the inside. Okay. So this way then, I would probably say I would more or less.
So what I'm thinking is a couple of like octagon and a stride or two, and then straighten a stride or two of
Yes, very good.
angle.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. So what you want to do
He's
is
gonna want his left shoulder will go up by just trying to step his right hind underneath.
right. So that's why Ron Hare works good. The one downfall on Ron Hare and Canter is that if you keep riding Ron Hare and Canter, then there's a possibility that when you down the road go to a flying change, he can't figure out the aid system. So what I would try to do is say, look, when I ask for your right hind leg to engage, I'm just going to use a stronger outside rein. I'm not going to bring my outside leg further back.
Right, exactly. My outside rein. Yes. Right. The exercise.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So let's do this a little bit at the top before we go to finish. This is nice. Yeah, so there I would say, if you feel him go, to try to pull on you, press your shoulder blades down and in back, like your inward rotation, so you're turning your wings in, pushing your heart through your chest. Then put your leg on, and then tap with the stick or whatever, and say, go to that. Sorry, dude, go to that. Yep, and then soften. So every time we make a big correction for balance or alignment, then we soften again. And just say, look, I'm not trying to hold this contact all the time. That makes no sense. Yeah. Yes, very good. Oh, that was nice. Good job, Marla. Excellent. Yep. That's where I was going with this, so that's awesome. So now say again, I gotta shorten up my contact a little bit. Because again, I don't want, yeah, see there he's kind of, I'd go back to walk. And I'd say, you just messed up everything, Horsey, from there to there, so we're gonna go to walk and play with this again. Because he could have just stayed in that connection, but he was arguing the whole time about how he was going to find a way out of that. So I wait and do what you did about riding my left forward there. Now he needs to stay like that in trot. Period. There's no compromise. So if he has to go, fine, we'll do a little itsy bitsy trot, but I'm not giving away my pull. I'll just go posting until you figure out how to go forward into this. So that's why I think doing lots of little turns and softening, lots of little turns and softening, lots of little turns and softening is better than going, damn it, just go forward and throw away your reins and then, oh my God, you just got you over a thing every time.
So I'll set this for a minute, just because.
And I can, see, I do not have a problem with that. Because the point is, you have to decide, are you just going to keep throwing away your rein to go forward? Is forward that important that you're cheating out contact and impulsion? You don't get impulsion throwing away your rein. Tap it. Tap it. Yeah, doesn't matter. Tap it. Say, excuse me, I'm so sorry, but you're making me use way more spur than I want. Yep.
You're going to stop.
Yep.
You're going to back up. We're listening now. Good boy.
Good for you. I agree.
Your leg underneath you.
I agree.
Good job. Off you go.
See, and it was soft. There is an end to this. He knows that there's, but what happens is he wants to talk you into you throwing the rein away. And I say, I don't do that now. And that's kind of right before you had your accident, that's where we were saying, I'm really sorry you don't like this, but yes, good boy. When you're here,
Right.
if you wait a escape route, he will go there. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Sorry, dude. So sorry. I apologize when I'm writing. I'm like, oh, I'm really sorry about that. Oh, that's a pity. Stuff it anyway. And I soften it. Good boy. I know. Oh, but you know this has to be spooky now because we're working harder. Absolutely. Everything that was not scary is so scary. Yeah, good for you. Good for, well done. That's lovely, Marla.
And I'm going to try to ride
Yes, exactly.
without having that.
But that's, I prefer that. I prefer that way of getting it forward now, rather than throwing away your reins and then having this hideous frame. I mean, you can do that at the beginning and then it's got to go work.
I can't do it at the beginning really either. Well,
Wow, Marla, that's gorgeous. Okay, so cancel when you're ready. And same thing. You stuff his right hind leg, touch his left shoulder, soften canter. Oh, good boy. And let's see, can I change flexions while I'm in canter? Because you wouldn't say access denied, would you, Tony? Because that's not allowed. Yep. Good for you. Good for you. Super job. Good, and keep softening when you can. And I say that because there has to be a give here occasionally when you feel a moment of self-carriage coming. So he knows that you're not sitting here trying to put him in such a collected state that he can't stretch over. He can.
yeah, and then just can't improve, right?
Yep. keep it all little adjustments down. Oh, good boy. That was sunny. And I did not see this.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, okay, what a good boy. That was gorgeous.
All right.
Very good.
So we've made progress.
Oh, so it's like to me, in my opinion, I would address this as our last lesson before the accident, which is in our outdoor arena at our barn, where he kind of went, I don't like this! But Marla, it comes down to this. He's got to figure out that he can't keep having space all the time. And that's a hard one. That really is hard to say to him, look, you know, because he has a little bit of a stink in there. And so you have to set it up in a way that's not going to get you launched. And so you, like that day, I remember the opportunity like it was yesterday. I don't know why some rides to me resonate for a long time, but that one did. And I remember saying, Marla, I don't care if you plant your hand or whatever, don't let him. If he has an escape route, he can go sideways. He doesn't have to have that ring back. He goes this. I love that. Because but now he doesn't need the ring back. So either you go to side ring lunging, and there are horses in my program that if I know they're going to be this strong, and I've got like 9 horses to work, like yesterday I'm like, why can't I find anyone who wants to work on lessons? Really, I have to go, I mean, I was like the whole day going and working horses. And I'm like, when I get to that point and I have to go get them out of the house, pack them up, I can't fight through this. I can't, I guess I get enough, I don't get that right. And so I let the either long lining or whatever, let them deal with it. And I get on and go, thank you for warming up my horse for me.
Yeah.
I can go to work now. So you just take the edge off. So there may be times where you go, it's not to make him fitter, it's to supple him faster. So if you're going, God, I'm having a rough day, or I really don't feel like riding, then do that. And you know what? Most of the time on a horse like this, you get on and you're like, oh, this is so much better. Oh my God, I don't, you know, you go right to work. So that's something you can think about.
And I have good side bands too, yeah. But
Yeah, he looks fabulous. He looks fabulous. And then what I would do with the camera work is if you lunge him in the camera work, you put the side reins on, like you'd start off, I would almost go with a lower set, and then as the ride went on, or the ride, lunging, I try to go up higher. Okay. So because he's old enough and mature enough now to understand higher. Or
and let the side reins do the training for
yes.
this. If you're down here and I shorten my reins, you need to come up.
Yes.
Okay.
So one of the things you could do, go ahead and halt. This one's a really good one, and since you're videoing, you'll remember this. So what you could do is like I put a surf single over top of my saddle if I'm going to ride, and then I would take my lunge line and I go through here. I go this way towards the surf single top, and then on this side I put a solid side rein. This is the shoulder he pops. Then I make him so that he can't overbend.
Right.
And then I'd say, oh, this one's right. And so that keeps his shoulder. And then this one's like a little bit of a leverage rein. So it pulls.
That's your release and your flexion.
Got it. And I use the stick to push his butt out. And when he tries to pop his shoulder, he can't.
Right.
And then when I go this way, because I do want him to pop his shoulder, or not pop it, but I want him to bend more in the shoulder, then I let this rein be a little looser, and then I'd overbend and push the shoulders out.
Okay.
Because his haunches are going to want to lean.
Yes.
So that's, I mean,
yes, absolutely.
that's a great one that I prefer doing versus just solidly letting, because sometimes they find ways of escaping and watch and go, oh, they're supposed to bring their gun out or whatever. Or long line. Long line is my favorite, but that's kind of a hard one to do, you know, if they're not good at it either.
And I can't run with my
No, not for a while, you can't. So,
But
okay.
that would be great. I'll do that.
I would
for
totally
sure.
do that one. Last one I would do is just pick up your reins right here, and then I would do this one every day with him. So shorten up your reins, sit here at the halt, and start it, turn on like, you're gonna go back to work. No, I'm just doing this at home. So I'd put my right leg back, and I'd do turn on the forehand with left flexion so we can't pop his left shoulder. So you're gonna shove his butt around the shoulders. Yep, and say, and I would even shorten the reins more, and you can even plant your hand in the neck there, it pulls on that. Yep, now keep pushing his butt around, with that flexion until you feel his shoulders come out. Doesn't matter if he backs up, that's his problem. I would be totally ignoring him. Because he knows where the wall is, he's just seeing if you let go of the rein. Keep pushing his butt, tap the butt, tap, slowly, yeah, shorten the reins and stick the knuckles in his neck, so he can't pull on you. There, tough. Yeah, life is hard. Yeah, you can stand up in your chair. Yeah, like I'm pulling, he pulls against himself. Yeah, see, this is a serious one he's got to learn. So he's got to figure out how to move his left hind leg without, yeah, see, he doesn't want to do that. But just keep asking. Yep. Almost. He's starting to think.
There.
He's starting to think. Eventually, he's got to bring his left foreleg to the right. But that's like, he's like a little carousel turn. Yeah, oh, it's getting better. There you go, good. You can use your left leg at the girth if you need to kind of help the left shoulder. Sometimes they need a little extra, yeah. And keep doing it. You'll feel.
You're waiting for him to step underneath.
Yes,
yourself, not
and
just
you're
side
going,
step, right?
you will feel the withers come much higher. But right now, he's so having a hard time. But as soon as he can take his left front leg and go over, you'll feel his withers come up. It just takes a bit to get it. Yep, I don't care. He can figure this out in the corner. It's his problem. This is where I don't do the rescue method. It's their problem. Sorry.
You're good. You're all right. Just move the right hand. Right hand underneath, left hand forward. Or left front. Come on. The only thing you haven't moved is your right hand.
Don't you love it? Yeah.
Try that.
He's not abnormal. I get him all the time doing this. That doesn't matter. He can back into that because the point is he knows it's there. He's like, oh, I'm gonna squash her into the corner, and that's stick your knuckles in his neck. Stick them down into his withers. Push your knuckles into his withers, like actually down into his, like there, like that. Leave him push down. Leave him like that. Leave him like that. He knows where the gate is. He knows that he's gonna try to back into something, and as soon as your hands, I will put my hands on his neck. Because he's pulling against you whether you realize it.
I realize it. I can feel it.
Set them on his, I'm dead serious. There you go. Set them on the neck. Right there. Like that. Push down like that. Don't give in. There you go. Now add your leg. And just say, there! See? He can't. This is the difference. That's why I'm saying people, I learned that from Jean-Claude. He'd say, I don't know why, he goes, people pull. If you stick them in the neck, there's nothing to pull on. And the horse goes, oh, it's like your shoulder blades. It's the same thing. It's scary amazing.
And he tries. Then I can grab mane, right?
Oh, I'm
keeping myself right there.
Yeah.
Because it does pull a little bit.
But it won't hurt you if you stick your knuckles in his neck.
So I hold on to his
grab
mane.
and your face forward and how possible, yeah. You just stick them harder and say, sorry. There you go. And then you just tap up. He's got to figure it out. But see, this is something I would do every day on this RC. Every day. Oh, better. Boy, better. He's thinking. Yep. He's thinking. He just positively is sure he can't do this. But I would do this until his withers come up. Because you can feel.
Yeah, he steps out.
Keep going. I'll help you on this one. It's unreal, isn't it? That's why I said this is something I would do every day.
You about fell.
Keep moving his right arm. But this is, it's not as hard as he's making it. He just doesn't want to do that. He just want to narrow the basis part. Good, keep going. Good. Tap on the right line. Tap on the right line. Oh, you will take him down. Auntie Sabra, we need you. You're going to do this with him, right? I torture a saber or somebody who has a strong leg on that side. There you go, it's starting to happen. Oh, you pig. There you go, that's what I want, is he's, holy moly, move it. Yeah, just keep soft. Hey, I'm gonna step on that. God, if I had my, I don't want to. This isn't that hard to do. He's making it way harder. Yep, that was better. But I would do this, seriously. I mean, this should not, he has to learn this. He does. Left or right hind. This is carousel turn. Oh, better. Now hind crotches, good.
Okay.
Good boy.
It is haunches.
But now if you see the neck, how soft it is, I mean, that should not be that hard. That was more him saying, I just don't want to.
Right.
He would move it, he just didn't want to, if he narrowed his base support, he had to totally give in. Didn't want to do that. So I would do this. There will be a time when I come back and he'll go, Brandy, watch this. And he'll do this and he'll go, isn't this amazing? They all can figure it out, but you have to get that done because seeing how bad that is, that he won't do it, that shows me that he's got some layering. And you know, little pony I ride, when I'm warming him up and he's done warmed up, this is what I do because I have to keep all those legs moving, otherwise he does the same thing. So that's what I would do. That was good though. Awesome ride today.
Yeah, thank you.
Woo! Well, that's homework.
Yeah, it is.